Hey everyone, welcome to the Girls' Cage tour. So in today's video, I'm just going to show you how I set up my 3 girls' cage. Keep in mind, I have 2 dwarf Dumbos and a standard Dumbo girl. So they are very active and small and agile. They can fit into small places. So this cage might not be the best setup for boy rats or bigger, larger rats. Just keep that in mind. Every setup should be different based on your rat's mobility. My girls are extremely active. They're actually all piled up in here. I don't want to mess with them. But all 3 of them are in that little lump there. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a cage tour. So starting off when you open this door, and for those wondering, this is a double critter nation. Great cage in my opinion. But right here, we just have a water bottle. I did get these girls off of Craigslist about less than a week ago, 5 days ago. So, and I just cleaned it, which was a pain. But, so a lot of this stuff came with them, but I can give you my best guess on the brand or where to get it. So, yeah. So if you come in here, this is their water bottle. I don't really know what brand this is, but I heard the Oasis water bottles are really good too. So, but you can get something similar from a pet store, and it just screws on right here, and then you just remove the water bottle from the outside. Perfect. Probably wouldn't recommend this for heavy chewers though, this might get chewed up. Then we have this lava ledge, which brings them up to this frame. This is a frame for an actual panel, but I'm not using the panel because I can have a lot more things here if I don't use it. And my girls, again, are really small and really active, and they can fit through things that other male rats and larger rats can't. So they love climbing on this. It's accessible. I've watched them all explore this when I first put them in, which I should have recorded and I didn't. But trust me, this is great for activity and climbing. They love to just sit here. And then they use the lava ledge to get up here, but I also, right there, is where their veggie dish goes. It's downstairs. I cleaned it and I'll chop up some vegetables before dinner. I get veggies every night after I eat dinner. So that's where the veggie dish goes, and they usually sit right here and eat their veggies. And then they run off and hide them. And then in the back, we have a little mat with a space pod, and those both came with them from Craigslist, but you can get both from Amazon. The mat you might have to get from Etsy, but you can get from a bunch of like small businesses, and it's always great to support small businesses. Or you can make your own if you know how to sew. Or you can just use microfiber towels from the Dollar Tree, whatever floats your boat. And then I forgot to mention, this dish you can get from Chewy or Amazon, the pet store. It's just a bird dish that attaches. And the lava ledge, same thing, Chewy, Amazon, pet store. And then they can climb from there into here. And this is a little hammock where they can sit on top. A very cute pattern. But yeah, the world is their oyster. And then I do have some fall breakers underneath there. And this hammock is from Amazon, and then the fall breakers, people DIY'd that, but I'm pretty sure you can make your own or get something similar from a bird section, or you can use a dog toy. It also helps them get into this huge hammock, which I'm probably going to give to the chinchilla because it's way too big for my small girls. And I didn't realize how big it was until I hung it up. And then there's also an opening right there. You can't see it, but there's an opening there. And so the frame really helps them balance to get in and just put some extra work into it. And the fall breaker also helps with mobility. Girls like to perch on this anyways, so I thought I would put a little mobile foraging toy. They just have to lift this up and eat out of it. I don't know what toys they use in their past home because I did buy this. Oh yeah, and then that is from Amazon as well. Came in like an 8 bundle with this, and you can get it from Amazon or from Etsy, or you can make your own. But I got this one off of Chewy. If you don't know what Chewy is, if you're not in the States, they might even do Canada too, but if you're not in the States or Canada, it's an online pet store. So yeah, it's really cool. You can get food, you can get a bunch, you can get prescription medication prescribed by your vet. It's great. I have some Gerber puffs in there, and I'm not sure that if they've ever had a toy like this, so this will be really challenging for their brains. So I'm excited to see who will solve it first because all the Gerber puffs are still intact. They basically all explored and then went to bed. So they're in this hammock, which you cannot see, and I'm not going to bother them. But they probably use this rope, which is right here conveniently. This is from the Dollar Tree in the craft section, and they can walk on it all the way up and into the hammock. And then I just have it attached in various places with some shower rings, which are also from the Dollar Tree. A lot of these are held up with shower rings and zip ties from the Dollar Tree, or the hammocks came with their own clips. And this hammock is from their previous home, but again, you can get it off of Etsy or Amazon, or you can make it your own. And yeah, so this is just a little ladder they can use. And then down here, we have a little bendy bridge. This is great when I give them a treat. They like to run off and hide, but they don't like to go too far because they still want more treats. So they love to go under like a bridge or a tunnel, chew on their treat, eat it, and then run straight back out for more. And then in here is just a little hut. I'm probably going to find a bunch of uncooked pasta noodles or oxbow or whatever is in their bowl hidden in there when I clean that out in 5 days. And then here is just a little hidey hole. I did cut some holes in it and hung it up by some book rings from the Dollar Tree. And this is from Amazon. That was made by their other home, but I'm pretty sure you can get the bin at Dollar Tree and cut a hole and sand it off so they don't cut themselves. And then this is from Amazon, and you can get it at a pet store too. But I cut some holes in here from Amazon and hung it up with some dollar store book rings because I didn't know if they knew how to use it, so I wanted them to have some easy access. And over here is a cardboard box that I got for free with mail. And then this rug, my rats are litter trained, so they don't poop on this. It does collect a small amount of pee throughout the 5 days, but that's not a big deal. Just a small amount of pee, and I put it in the washing machine, and it's all brand new. Nothing smells bad. It's great. And this is a shadow, not pee. It's just shadow from this. Then over here on this door, I have a little treat wheel, which they have not figured out. I don't know if the treats I'm giving them, I give them Cheerios, Gerber Puffs, and mealworms in here, and they just don't care enough to solve it. So there's that. And then I have a lava ledge, and so when I shut it, they can sit on it and drink out of their water bowl. But honestly, they usually go from there and jump up and sit on the edge of the water bowl, so whatever floats their boat. So this is the top level, and I'm going to show you the bottom now. So before I have all you rat experts come at me for not having a deep layer of bedding or a dig box, I am well aware I need one, but right now I don't have, not the budget, but I haven't gotten around to it. I haven't even had them a week, but it is for future plans to get them a tank and put it under here and have them dig and do whatever their little hearts desire. But until then, I just have a small amount of bedding, so in case they do pee, it doesn't get all embedded in here. Here's their litter box, which they use the most out of. They do pee on the sides of this, even though I can't see necessarily the pee on the bedding. They do pee in here, and then I see pee on the rocks too when I clean it out, or switch out their litter pan every other day. I recommend every day depending on how many litter pans you have, but this is a really big litter pan, so I do every other day. And then over here I have a dollar store box, and then forgot to mention I'm using yesterday's news with a litter pan I got from Chewy and some rocks. You can get them anywhere. These were painted by people from Craigslist. But yeah, I thought I'd mention that. And then we have this dollar store box bin with some dollar store microfiber towels. And I have a bunch of chew toys. I know I didn't put them throughout the cage, mainly because they will take something and they will move it themselves. And look what they did to the carrot in 5 days. That poor carrot. I found bits of it all over their hammocks and stuff. I was like, that poor carrot, what did it do to you? And then this is just some Carefresh bedding. It came with them. Once it's gone, I'm probably going to switch to Aspen because it holds urine smell better than Carefresh. But like I said, they mainly use their litter box. So anyways, then they have their little tunnel, which it looks like someone might have taken a bite out of. Not sure, but they have this tunnel, and they love to run through it. Then they have a box down there, and they have this Amazon box. I made a little house. My last cage tour, it was up there, and it wasn't nasty, so I decided to move it down here. It wasn't gross, so I kept it. Some of their other boxes from the last cage tour were gross, so they were obviously tossed. Then right here, let me open this. Right here we have their food. They're on the Shinamite diet. Their base right now is oxbow. Luckily they're not picky and they still eat the oxbow because I will find their oxbow stashed in their little houses in the same way they stash their pasta and their other bits and goodies in there. So, but I'm probably going to switch after we run out of oxbow just because we got the oxbow from their other family, so I don't really want to throw it out and waste it. But yeah, and then we have this little mat that came with them, and it literally fit this pan perfectly, so I put it there. And then back there we have we have the rest of the space pod flipped up, and we have a tunnel. And then right here I have a bunch of bits and bobs. Some cardboard, some Carefresh, some coffee filters, some toilet paper tubes, and rings for them to pull out and shred and put into their little boxes and nest. So yeah, that is my cage tour. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye guys. Say hi to your ratties for me.